it's Jennifer with Astro Tree Astrology. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to do a little weekly forecast. We're going to be talking about really things that are only happening at the end of the week since it's Monday already. So we have lots going on at the end of the week. We have our new moon, and that is in Aries. It's in the 29th degree of Aries, which is the anaretic degree. We'll get into that in a little bit. It's also our first eclipse of the season and our second new moon in Aries. But this one is an eclipse because of its proximity to the nodes. So in my previous video, I talked about what the nodes were and what makes an eclipse different from just a regular new moon. A solar eclipse would be the new moon. A lunar eclipse would be a full moon. So this one is going to be our first solar eclipse of the season. So again, this is taking place at the 29th degree of Aries, which is called the anaretic degree. So that is kind of, it's what they call a critical degree. And that is, right before it's going to change into the next sign. So when you have something taking place at the anaretic degree, it's kind of gives you a little bit of a desperation, a rush, I feel like I have to do something before it's too late. And you have, before it moves, you just kind of have that rushed feeling, that desperate feeling. This is also taking place in Aries, which is a very, it's the first sign. It's the first cardinal sign. It's all about taking action and, acting on what, impulsively. Mars is the ruler. Mars is that, power sign. It's about, just taking charge and going after what you want. Plus, it's a new moon, so that's beginning a cycle. So there's so much of a new beginning, a jump start, a kick start, just kind of like a push. And this push is going to feel almost, it's very initiative. It's very, you got to jump start and get it started, before it changes into Taurus. Now, it's going to be about 12, I'm showing 12:13 or so, and that would be Eastern Standard Time this is happening, and very shortly after it's going to move into Taurus. So just kind of, what does this mean? What does this kind of new moon or an eclipse mean? So I look at this a little bit on, it could be you're doing a lot of rash and hasty decisions. Especially when you think about this is the global impact that this could have. And you think of, the rash decisions that could be made. And I think a lot about, the war in Ukraine, even with the, China kind of threatening Taiwan a little bit, even I guess that they've said that North Korea's gone silent, and they're kind of worried about, what's he up to? So these leaders, they could be feeling this urge. Putin could be feeling an urge to, I need to, make this, and I need to make it done. So very shortly after, the sun is also going to square Pluto. Now this is right after it changes signs, and that's again very shortly afterwards, since this new moon is the 29th degree and 50 minutes. So it's very shortly after that it's going to come into a square with Pluto. Pluto is about control. It's about authority. So they're a dominance. So you're going to see that they're, that dominance, say with the Ukraine war is kind of like my fear is that, Putin might do something rash, very Aries, not thinking, Marsy, something that Pluto that could change something and never, it will never go back. Pluto is about a change that is finality. Finality. It's, that's it. Once that changes, that's the way it's going to be. So I worry a little bit about that, because you just never know how this is going to pan out. In a personal level, you might feel this with maybe you'll have some power struggles with authority in your own life, bosses, maybe parents, anything that's like an authority figure, or somebody that's trying to gain dominance over you. Maybe a significant other of some sort. Maybe it's getting to be a little bit much, and you have to find within you what you can do to exert your own control and take your life into your own hands. Maybe that's the kickstart, that how this is going to be in your life. Maybe you're going to cut out that might be controlling you, and you're gonna just take control of your own life and not let other people tell you what to do, or it's like, oh, I'm done with working, I'm going to work for myself now, or something like that. Really depends on where it falls in your chart and how it's going to play out for you. So Pluto is in the sign of Aquarius, so that it's an air sign. And then we'll have the sun is moving into, or in Aries, that's a fire sign. So, and I was wrong, I said it after it moves into Taurus, but it's before it moves into Taurus. So that's when it will hit the square. And then, so air signs, fire signs, it's going to start, closing in on that square as it gets closer. This is up here, Pluto, because it had just changed into Aquarius just a little while ago. So it's brand new in there. So as soon as that changes into Taurus, it's going to bring that air and the fire, but yet as it moves in, it's going to get that earthy. So you think air stokes a fire, and it will, so you're going to be feeling that fire being stoked. You're going to feel, and that's could be globally. That's again, things that, something big could happen in the world. And because that fire, the air is stoking that fire as the sun is making its way to that square. So as it's coming into the square, and right before it moves into Taurus. So the Taurus will almost kind of slow it down. I think of Taurus and Aries kind of like the rabbit and the tortoise and the hare. And if you think about that, how the hare was always fast, and oh, I can beat you, but then slow and steady ends up winning the race. So sometimes you're gonna feel this panic to change, panic to like, oh, I gotta really get this started. I can't wait anymore. I have to get this started. But once the sun moves into Taurus, it's gonna slow you down a little bit. It's going to keep you a little bit more grounded. So it's gonna, take that aggression, that Aries fire, that Aries, spur of the moment, don't hold back, sometimes act without thinking, brash decisions. It's going to kind of tone it down a little bit and keep it under control. So, just kind of watch the news, see what, how this could pan out for the world, also how it could pan out for yourself. Again, it depends on where this is falling in your chart. And so if you are a fixed sign, you're gonna, feel the Pluto in there, maybe getting activated, and where where Aquarius is in your chart. So, if it's in your 10th house, you could have that combatant with maybe a boss or something like that. That's the authority figure. If it's in the 4th house, it could be a parent that maybe you're kind of trying to pull their authority away and, take control of your own life. So again, the eclipse is jump starting something. If you have, and now the eclipse is at the very last degree of Aries. So anything that you have if you have anything sun, moon, ascendant in a cardinal sign, you're going to feel it a little bit more. Especially if you're in Aries or a Libra, which is in opposition. Cancer and Capricorn would be square to it. So that you'll probably be feeling a little bit more. It probably will affect you a little bit more. And of course, because it is a eclipse, it's going to be a little more intense than just a regular new moon. So with the eclipses, this could be either kind of a 2 week, till the new moon to the full moon, or it could last all the way till the next cycle. And that isn't going to be until, let's see, I have the date here. Yeah, when the full moon is in Libra, there's going to be a lunar eclipse next year in March 2024. So whatever you're starting right now, that could come to culmination not until next year. So you might not see the results of what you're attempting to do right away. It could take a little while. So, that Taurus in there, coming right up into Taurus, slow and steady, it kind of, it might take a little bit longer, but you just have to plug through. You have to be diligent. Slow and steady wins the race. So, hopefully it'll culminate and you'll achieve what you set yourself out to achieve. So then we have an eclipse. Actually, you're not going to be able to see it. It's happening in the middle of the night here, but where they can see it is in Australia, the Philippines, Southeast Asia, New Zealand. They will be able to actually see the eclipse happen because it's going to be in midday for them. So because they're pretty much on the opposite side of the earth for us. So they will see, the eclipse happening. Unfortunately, we won't because it'll be at night. So, and of course, the eclipse with this, because it's a conjunction, it's the moon passing in front of the sun. It's a conjunction of the sun and moon, new moon, eclipse, and it's close to the nodes. So then, right after that, we have the sun moving into Taurus. So happy birthday to all you Taurians out there. I am very partial to Taurus because I have a Taurus moon. So my needs are very Taurian. I'm obsessed with food. All my pets are named after food. I love, I have a shoe collection that is, a little bit out of control. So I do like to have nice things. I do have a little shopping, thing. The things that are about Taurus is that they're very dependable, they're loyal, they're steady, they're generous, they love giving, they're very sensual, but they can also be stubborn. You think of trying to get a bull to start, giving them a push, it's sometimes going to take a little bit. They can be possessive. What I have is mine. You think of even, the houses sometimes kind of correlate with the signs. So you think of the second house as Taurus because it's the second sign in the zodiac. It's about your things. It's about what you own. It's about what you accumulate in life and your money. So you can get, Taurus can get a little bit greedy. They can be materialistic. Again, I can feel that in my own with, just like, oh, I just want to have that other pair of shoes. I got to have that bag. Just those kind of things. You can be self-indulgent, maybe with the food, have a little bit too much, maybe with the wine have a little bit too much. So everything is in moderation. The Taurus mantra is I have. It's about what you have. So and a lot of times it is about the materialistic instead of what you have emotionally, the support systems around you. So maybe kind of focus on what you have in that way instead of just the materialistic. So, think about those finer things in life, focus on that, and focus on the love that you have with your family, your friends, and doing something fun, maybe going out for a glass of wine or something like that to celebrate. So all you Tauruses out there, I hope you have a great month ahead, and happy birthday. And to you guys, I give a cheers. So cheers. So if you want to find out what this is going to mean for you, what the full moon or the new moon eclipse is going to mean for you, definitely contact me. I can give you a copy of your chart. You can kind of follow along and see where that falls in your chart. And if that seems too confusing to you and you just want a reading and to have me tell you, how this could affect you, seeing, the different squares and trines and things it might make to all the planets in your chart, definitely contact me, astrotastrology@gmail.com, or you can go to my website and book a reading at astrotastrology.net. Make sure that you like and subscribe to this video, or subscribe to my channel and like this video if you did like it. Please leave any comments in the bottom of maybe what you think this is going to mean in your life. Any questions that you might have, I'd love to answer them for you, or any ideas that you might have for any new and future videos out there that you might want to learn about. So I hope everybody has a great week. I'll be doing a video coming up about the Mercury retrograde that's going to be happening on Friday, and those are always fun. So I'll tell my upcoming video is going to be learning about the retrograde, what retrogrades are, and how this can affect the world and your life, and all the stuff. Whenever Mercury's retrograde, everyone gets all nervous. So let's find out, and we'll find out what that's going to mean. So I hope that you hit the little bell so you get notified of when I put that video up, and I will talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye bye.